Okay, so how is your pain today?
It's a 2.
A 2. Is that the only time you have pain? Is it just a 2?
When I get up and walk, it hurts worse.
Okay. So how bad does it get when you get up and walk? Where would you rate it?
13.
A 13? Okay. Why don't we get up and walk and let's see how it feels.
Okay. Where are we going?
Let's walk to the bathroom.
Okay.
So we're gonna walk to the bathroom.
Where's my cane? There it is.
I'm gonna walk. So where would you rate this pain right now?
About a 7.
About a 7.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you ever feel it worse than a 7?
It depends if I take my medicine.
Okay. All right. Have a seat.
That's Mexico.
So when we're assessing pain with a patient, you can't stop at how's your pain today or are you hurting today? Are you hurting today is probably one of the worst ones to just stick with. Because if they're sitting there and they're comfortable and they've had pain meds about an hour before you got there, they may say no. And if you just say, patient reports no pain, that may not be accurate. Okay? Just like with her, if I hadn't gotten her up and had her stand up, we couldn't have effectively assessed the amount of pain she has and where it is. Because how many times have you heard a patient go, I just hurt all over? You know, we gotta dig a little bit deeper than that to accurately answer that question. And we talked about this last week. When you're answering the mood question about pain, and you have a choice between daily but not constantly or all the time, when you read the intent of that question, it says, when do they have pain that affects their mobility, quality of life, etc., etc.? If every time she gets up to go to the bathroom, to go to the kitchen, to go to bed, her knee hurts, then she has pain all the time. Even if when she's sitting there, she has 0 pain, but she's not doing anything. You know, so that answer of all the time is correct just about every time when you assess a new patient and they tell you they have pain. And how many times have we gone into a home and they said, no, I don't hurt at all. No, it doesn't hurt. Does your back hurt? No. The guy had back surgery 3 weeks ago. You know, you got another patient that you get sent and you're like, what? How's your pain today? Well, I don't have any pain. You know, it doesn't bother me. You know, or I have the normal aches and pains. And then you look and they've got oxycodone 15 milligrams immediate release every 4 hours. Okay, why are you taking this if you don't have pain? It just means that their pain is controlled, but that's not what the question is asking. The question is asking, when do they have pain and how does it affect their mobility and their quality of life? So, especially for, you know, the PTAs and the CODAs when you're going in and there's that simple little question, and it's just real easy to go, hey, are you hurting today? No pain reported, okay? Just because they're not hurting the minute you get there, no pain reported is not an accurate answer. If the evaluating PT or RN or OT said they have pain a 6 out of 10 when they walk to the bathroom for 30 feet. You know, and then we'll come in and do a 30-day and we've got 4 weeks of notes that say no pain, no pain, no pain, no pain. Because somebody said, hey, your PT's coming at 1 o'clock, you better take your pain medicine at noon. And so when you get there, they're not hurting. So by taking it one step further, we can accurately assess and then help with the patient's pain. Because if they tell you they're not hurting, what are you going to do? You're going to go to the next thing. You're not going to address it. You're not going to make sure they're taking their pain medications correctly. You're not going to make sure they're using heat or ice or resting appropriately. I mean, we see it all the time. We come in and a patient is like, they've been okay, but then you go in to see them and they're a 7 out of 10 and they hadn't really had that much problems. And then you start asking some questions and you find out, oh, well, they had to go to a doctor's appointment yesterday and they had to sit in their wheelchair for 4 hours because Access Ride or, you know, Mid-Cumberland didn't show up to pick them up from the doctor's appointment, you know, and they were late and then they got home and, you know, everything just kind of, they didn't have their pain medication and so now their pain is skyrocketed and you're there going, where did this come from? you have to find out where it came from so you can know, hey, patient had a lot of activity yesterday, it caused their back to start hurting more. So spoke to patient about, rest, use of pain meds before going out, all of those kind of things so that you're effectively doing pain management with them. Otherwise, you're just going, okay, you're not hurting now, I'm not gonna say anything about it. But 30 minutes after you leave, they may be in excruciating pain.
All right, well, thanks, Matt. And then next week, what's our focus going to be next week, Lori?
Respiratory.
Okay.